How can we get what we want? I talk with Chip Massey and Adele Cehrs for the first 10 minutes of this discussion that you'll get to hear right now to find out how can you get what you want? What do you learn from a former FBI negotiator and a crisis communicator? Well, you'll find out when I talk with Chip and Adele for this first 10.
We were going out to do an early morning arrest. There was a violent fugitive with gang connections out. It was in the Bronx. And so we're out there, dark 100, and we have about, 26 people on this arrest team. We've got air support, ambulance, the whole nine. It's a circus when this happens. So we go knock the door and he's not there. So this is bad. Mm-hmm. And all we have after doing a neighborhood canvas is that we have a phone number for the guy. So mind you, all these people around. So they decide the decision is made to make the call. Now, mind you, the FBI does not like to call up fugitives and say, hey, we just stopped by your house. You're not here.
Where are you coming back? Or
yeah, we have some things. So who do they give the phone to? Well, they give the phone to the hostage negotiator, right? And the guy says to me, gives me the phone, goes, hey, Chip, you're a good BSer. You call him. I'm like, first of all, that's not what I do. I'm not a BSer, okay? And I'm mad now, right? I just want to go into the instruction about we're listening. We're all about
just
the training.
Be clear.
Whatever, right? They're not hearing it. Just do it. So, all right. So I make the call. Line opens up. And I said, call the guy, Joe. Hey, Joe, my name is Chip. I'm from the FBI, and I'm here to help. I get nothing, right? It's an empty call. So, but I got to act like the guy's still on the phone. So what I do, KiKi, in that moment is I'm trying to put myself in his position. Mm-hmm. So the next words I'm going to say, I know are going to be important because he's going to make a decision. And so I say to him,
oh, wait, Chip asked KiKi what she
was doing. This is good. KiKi, let me ask you. All right. I'm going to deputize you right now.
Adele, shut up.
As a special agent hostage negotiator.
You don't need help. Okay. All right.
Now, so you've done that. You just told him, you said, hi, my name is KiKi. I'm from the FBI and I'm here to help. And you get nothing. What is your next line going to be to try to bring this guy in? Take your time.
So I have this show called Association Chat, and we'd really like to hear your story. Yeah. No. I don't know. I think
what I said is how bad does your life suck right now, Joe? And I just let it hang.
Oh God.
Now here's why I said that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't being flippant. I said it pretty much just like I said right there. What I was doing was I was trying to connect with his world that he was experiencing, right?
Yeah.
So like, for example, when we call up somebody who's going through a horrible mess, right, in life, their own personal crisis storm, we don't call them and say, hey, how's it going? Right? If we're the friends, we're going to call and say, I'm so sorry. Is
this
there
sucks
anything
right
I can
now.
do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to connect with him, was that I understood what it was like to be a fugitive. I understood that he had to look over his shoulder every single day and every single second, that he couldn't go to an ATM machine because we had that. He couldn't call up his mom because we had the phones. He couldn't get a regular job because of his status. He didn't even know where to lay his head at night because he didn't know who he could trust. So that's his state. That's his normal. And it's horrible. So he's also worried about his safety. That's a big concern for fugitives because they know at any point in time they can get pulled over or stopped in the street if they match up a description, and it could be a real problem really fast. So I say to him that, and I wait. And then I hear, what's your name again? So I know I've got a person on the line, and it's likely my guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I get nothing after that. So I continue. And what I do here, KiKi, and that's what we try to describe with people that are in positions of like oppositional situations. You've got a disgruntled board member, or you've got a client that's just, you're just not able to meet, So what I did is I'm trying to establish an emotional connect to this guy. So I'm looking down the street and I see there's a pizza place, right? We're in the Bronx. And I'm thinking, okay. So I say to him, Joe, I'm looking at this pizza place and I'm wondering, if you got what kind of slices you would get from here.
Because if you're from New York,
it did go to food.
If you're from New York, everybody has an opinion. Like if you're from the South, you have an opinion on like barbecue or whatever. But if you're from New York, you have a very particular way at which you take your pizza. So like it's a thing, right?
Right. So I said, are you a cheese or a sauce kind of ratio guy? What do you like? Or what's the crust? And nothing. And then I'm saying, and I'm looking at the telephone lines here. And I'm seeing all the sneakers that are wrapped around that. And I know that means something here.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if your sneakers are up there, Joe. And what event did that mark for you?
Wow.
Still nothing.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Now, time is ticking. So I say to him, because I know if there's a strong likelihood he's going to drop this call. So now I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to be here for the next 40 minutes. And I want you to know that when you step off that subway today, I'm going to shake your hand and I'm going to guarantee your safety. And I'm going to walk you through this process through the whole day. I said, so I'll be here. Nothing. And then the phone goes, done.
Yeah.
So I get a call. Team leader says, we just got a call from the front office. They're going to cut our team by half. And they want to see you, Massey, when this is over. Like, okay, great. So I'm already thinking I'm being transferred to Alaska. So about 20 minutes later, man steps off the subway, puts out his hand and goes, my name's Joe. Let's get this over with. So
wow.
If it works in that context, if it works with somebody that's under that kind of duress, and you can connect and use the skill set with anybody.
This is so good. Oh my gosh. This is so good.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this first 10 discussion from Association Chat with Chip Massey and Adele Cehrs. I'm KiKi L'Italien, and if you enjoy this information, if you enjoy this content, then become a Patreon patron. As a Patreon patron, you'll get access to the full interviews. You won't miss a thing. And you'll also have additional benefits like being able to attend our live events for free or at a significant discount in the DC area. So there's that. There's so much more. Check it out on Patreon. Look for Association.